It is December 18th in this year, 2020. I'm Glenn Rubenstein. This is the Wrestling Inc. podcast. Joining me tonight, babyface Matt Morgan. How's it going?
What's up, everybody? How are you?
You look 10 years younger, Matt.
I play Santa tonight. Can't have a dark beard underneath there. You gotta.
It's true. It's true. You didn't want to get the Just for Men out and do like heel Santa with a dark black beard?
No. My beard's dark. It's too dark. That's why I shaved it off.
I understand.
You see it through the fake white hair.
Yes. Well, you played Santa. You watched SmackDown. Which was the high point tonight? Working and giving back to your community? Yeah. Let me finish there. SmackDown, though, not bad, right?
No, it was good.
Yeah. Went fast. I mean, Bailey beating Bianca. Bianca's going to get back Sunday at TLC, probably on the pre-show, but maybe.
More people saw tonight than we'll see the pre-show.
Yeah. And all this stuff between KO and Roman, I really like this feud. Again, I want KO to go over, but like Roman dissing KO, Jay beating Kevin backstage throughout the night. I mean, I think we talked about this before. We've said we've always wanted there to be one super long fight scene that just goes through the entire show. But they didn't just keep it going the entire time.
Yeah.
But Owens coming out on the mic, calling out Reigns about it. They showed the recap, all the things. Oh, Reigns saying things about Kevin Owens' family. Owens has to respond. That's got to be something about having kids, right? Like if people say stuff about your family and you've got children, you're like, oh, you just my family. Now I'm really upset. If people said stuff about my family, we're childless with 5 cats, I'd be like, well, you make some valid points about my mother. And yes, my brother has sort of stumbled through life and has had some issues. So I agree with what you're saying, but just trust me that there's reasons for this, you know?
No, you get punched in the mouth.
Yeah, different perspective, not being a parent. Bigfoot Sneakerhead. Your dog, Matt. Bigfoot Sneakerhead, $4.99. Hope all is well. Bianca Belair and Bailey match should have been saved for the Royal Rumble. Show was good tonight. I agree. It was great.
It was. I was telling Bigfoot Sneakerhead earlier on that I was going to have a surprise because I was going to wear my Santa costume on this episode. And do the entire episode, I was going to do it as Santa. But, dude, I sweated my butt off.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I got to, it's soaked. Like, whole new appreciation to poor old guys that play Santa. I have no idea how they do it because you sweat so much in it.
Yeah, I bet. They don't tell you about that, the detriments of playing Santa Claus. It's a chore. But Bianca and Bailey, I mean, it was practically the main event tonight. I think it could have closed the show.
It easily could have, but it would have if Bianca won. They for sure.
Yeah. She's such a star.
Yeah, too bad they don't know that, though.
I mean, they kind of do. Like,
she should never lose. I'm not being facetious or exaggerative when I say that either.
Mm-hmm.
She is a humongous crossover potential star, even, I'd say.
I agree. But there's people they're high on, like Roman, and then there's people that they're high on, but that doesn't mean they're like, what would the kids say, S tier or double S tier to pull from the video games? You know what I mean? No. Like Roman's S tier, Bianca's like A tier.
I don't know what that means. I just know that they need to be higher on her.
I've never felt older, by the way, trying to explain to Matt Morgan, someone my own age, about S tier in video games.
No idea.
The idea is it goes like CBA, but then there's the superb, the supreme, the S, like above the A level. S tier.
That makes no sense.
It's a thing with the kids, Matt, and the games. The kids
just say top.
Games.
Why can't the kids just say top shelf?
You know, I don't know. The kids so sick of books. They love the punk and the metal bands, and they're S tier. So let's get back to talking about Owens tonight, responding to Roman. I mean, Heyman coming out, addressing Kevin Owens. I like the heat in this feud. It's just Owens is going to get his ass whooped by Roman at TLC.
No offense, he should.
Should he?
Yes.
Yeah, I just
He's
don't
not
like.
a baby face. He's not a baby face. He's funny as hell, but
Yeah,
he's a better heel. More importantly, I'm sorry, Roman is on fire. There is not anybody in this company right now that I want to see Roman lose to. Not yet. Keith Lee a year from now.
yeah. And Roman coming out saying Owens has to acknowledge him as the head of the table. Really, Roman's really big on that. And wants Owens to come out and apologize. And yeah, we know how this is going to go, right? I mean,
Right.
Jay and Roman beating up Kevin Owens, officials trying to break it up. I like this, looked really vicious, but that's the thing. It's like these guys kick the crap out of Kevin tonight, and then they're going to kick the crap out of Kevin on Sunday. This isn't building up suspense for his babyface triumph.
Because that's not, you keep looking at it from, because you like Kevin Owens better.
I do like Kevin Owens.
That is not the storyline. The storyline is Roman Reigns. He's our guy. This Kevin Owens dude is here for a filler. He's here to get his ass whipped and be next on the list for Roman Reigns, the whole friggin' show, stealing that from RVD, to destroy. And then there'll be somebody else after him. That will be the same damn thing. Nobody's beating Roman, dude. Not for a long time.
Yes. I am Air pointing out that S tier is in a lot of games, and double S tier is higher than D. I don't know what these words mean. Now I'm just feeling old overall. It's just, I feel very old. Eric Granthwall, spoiler alert for Mandalorian, a show Matt Morgan lied about watching, and my feelings
Yes,
are heard about this.
I did.
Saying Sasha Banks DDT's Boba Fett. Crazy. Well, thanks.
That is pretty crazy if she DDT'd Boba Fett, by the way.
That is pretty crazy. So
that's pretty over if she did that.
Yeah. And yet no mention on SmackDown or WWE programming about Sasha and the Mandalorian because she's using her real name, not billed as Sasha Banks.
I would have been cool with that if she called herself the Blueprint.
Then you would have been cool with that?
Well, go get him, WWE, yeah.
Yes, Antoine Fair, $5. So we're going to hear tomorrow or at some point heat with Booker T and Carmella because of Talking Smack. Booker did nothing wrong, but she was hot. I have no clue what this is about. Something happened on Talking Smack.
Booker did nothing wrong, but she was hot. So
did you say she was hot? I could see. I'm not speculating because I don't know the full story.
So we're going to hear him at some point heat with Booker T and Carmella. No, he's saying that Booker did something, but Booker didn't do anything.
Well, she was hot.
She's pissed, meaning
she's pissed. Not that she said she got it. Hot has what's with these double? It's like bad meaning bad, bad meaning good. You can't say hot like
in wrestling. We always use that term though for
hot.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Being
See,
pissed.
I think of it the other way. Although hot can actually have multiple meanings. It can be pissed off. It can mean like you're on fire, like your career's on fire. It can mean you're attractive. Like,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's true. Very confusing. Justin Lopez $4.99. I am livid. All caps. With that, Bayley Bianca finish. WWE stuck in their 50-50 booking ways. Bayley lost 10 matches in a row, and that was Bianca's first loss.
The stupidest, nonsensical booking. This made zero sense.
Yeah. I agree.
It was a great match, by the way.
Jody Shauna Jenkins, Canadian $5. I wish there was someone Goldberg-esque being built up right now to take on Roman, someone jacked a la Brian Cage.
Yep. Somebody that looks like that they would hand Roman his ass, but they keep him on one side of the roster forever. I'll tell you who that is if they do this right. I'm not saying he's jacked. I'm just saying he's big. He looks physically, muscularly impressive. Not Brian Cage jacked.
Otis?
Karrion Kross.
Karrion Kross. Yeah, I can see. Is Karrion Kross back? I haven't watched Wednesday nights in a while.
Yes,
cool.
You can tell he came off an injury. He's still getting his body back, which is what happens when you're hurt. You can't lift, especially where he got injured. But he's a body guy. He'll get his muscles back.
Krana Shah $5. Quoting here Paul Heyman on Talking Smack. Saying not that Raw is an inferior brand, but it is because of Roman Reigns. He also said he fears what KO will bring out in Roman. Interesting.
He really likes KO. Paul Heyman loves KO. He put him over huge on the last two Talking Smacks ago.
Yeah,
huge. It was almost uncomfortable to watch. It was going overboard.
And that's what's interesting about this feud. But I think, Matt, here's my disappointment in this. See, I think Kevin Owens is one of the current top superstars, a huge success story. I don't like that they're making him the enhancement
Bro,
talent in this to get.
Do you remember where he was? This dude
Hiding in
get
a
on.
porta potty.
Yes, and before that, he couldn't even get on the show. They weren't putting him on the show when he came back from his injury. They put him in like the intercontinental level,
Yeah.
mid card stuff, tag team crap with New Day, which was stupid. They did a lot of stupid things with him. At least the dude's in a main event. Now, if this wasn't Roman, I'd be cheering huge for KO because I love KO.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, I'm not. Anything that's involved with Roman Reigns right now is going to be. It's all about Roman Reigns' storyline. It's his storyline and Jay's storyline. Every other match that he wrestles is just filler.
Well, let me ask you a question. Would you rather be the Intercontinental Champion or lose to the Universal Champ for your career?
No. I'd rather lose to the heavyweight champion of the world because technically you should be making more money because you've wrestled toward the end of the card, which means you get paid more money. It used to. It might not be pay structured that way anymore, I don't think.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think it's quite the same.
But that's the way you did it. The more toward the end of the card you wrestled, the bigger percentage of that house gate you would get as part of what you'd earn.
Yeah, I think you'd be more over as an Intercontinental Champ.
Sure.
Yeah.
If it's even Stevens on pay, I'd rather be an Intercontinental Champ.
Yeah. Antoine Fair, $5, clarifying about the Carmella Booker situation, saying, have to watch it, but Booker said Sasha has made more history in WWE, and Carmella got flustered and ran down her accomplishments, but you could tell that she was mad about it.
Well, she needs to settle down, and I don't ever defend Booker T, trust me. But, I mean, you can't compare her to Sasha. Now, what's not fair to her is she's a former women's champion. A lot of people forget that. And it's nobody's fault. It's WWE's fault for putting her stupid dance gimmick with R-Truth, which, by the way, she got over.
Mm-hmm.
I'm yet to see the girl not get over something that she's been given, for what it's worth. But
it's also the angle. It's also the angle.
Oh.
But you know what I'm saying, Matt? Like, she has to get flustered. Matt, if you're facing Hulk Hogan in a match, okay, maybe
I
bad.
see what you're saying. She's supposed to be showing shades of jealousy, blah, 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 because she's the heel in this versus Sasha.
Yeah,
I got you.
You got to like build yourself up a little bit. You know, you have to have an angle that explains why you're a competition. So I think there might be some of that. So SmackDown Tag Team Title match: Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler versus the Street Profits. Street Profits winning. Here's my issue with this entire feud. Has there been a storyline around any of this?
Not that I know of. Just very good tag teams.
Good tag teams. Sure. But would you watch a movie that was just like, it's a series of really good action sequences, but you got to give me a story. You got to give me, like, there's some reason this. In John Wick, they killed his dog, Matt. He was getting revenge because of the dog. You know what I mean? There's got to be motivation. There's got to be something.
Yes.
I wonder if there'll be a rematch Sunday night. But this was good. You know?
It was a good match.
Yeah. So they argued with the referee, Charles Robinson, threatening to suspend them after. Maybe they're going to go rogue. Who knows? So after that, then Kevin got attacked backstage by Jay, laid him out with a steel chair. More on that later. Kayla Braxton interviewing Bianca Belair. This was such a money promo. I love this. The whole thing, the whole way she was saying about Bailey, always had her name in her mouth. What was saying? Cause, she hopes she enjoys the taste. Just all of this. Now it's me solo, folks, by the way. Matt's going to be back. He's fixing his audio. But we now get to relive Glenn's greatest fear, which is being on the air alone and just having to do this show solo. So, chat room, feel free to chime in with your thoughts because I've only got you now to play off of. But Bianca Belair in this promo, this was fantastic. She came across like an absolute superstar. And similar to what we talked about earlier with Carmella, which, by the way, Tina pointing out that Carmella was the first female Money in the Bank winner, in addition to her other accomplishments. So it's not like Carmella was just completely making things up. But Bianca doesn't have that, right? So if you think about it, Bianca, who does not have this long list of accomplishments, can sit there and pull that she's got this swagger. Bailey has done this, but Bianca is the best. Bianca is the future. I absolutely love this promo. I thought this was fantastic. And I cannot believe that they had this superstar, Bianca Belair, lose tonight to Bailey. And you might say, well, it builds it up and it's just going to be that more satisfying when Bailey gets the win. No. Let's do some sort of finish. Let's do something to delay this. Let's do something to keep it going, because you can't have an A+ promo like this tonight and then get laid out in your big money match. It's fine, Matt. But what do you think of Bianca's promo tonight?
Sorry.
It's okay. Bianca's promo tonight. Bianca.
Every word you say is like digitized. I can't hear the words even. I'm so sorry.
Okay, we're gonna get to this.
Let me ask you a question. If you guys can hear me, why the hell can't we use StreamYard on Chrome? Why does it have to be Safari?
I don't. Well, look. I'm just gonna say something here for a second. I've reached out to StreamYard before with feature suggestions. Things. And,
listen, I'm gonna go inside and do this. I'm gonna go this.
Okay, Matt's gonna go inside. This is gonna be Matt.
Sorry, guys.
Indoors. Normally, it's Matt in the car. We don't know why he's in the car. I'm assuming because he wants to, let his family be in peace and not have to listen to him rant and rave about the pro wrestling and whatnot multiple times a week. Or maybe that's just his me place. Maybe that's his happy zone, just sitting in the car. Who knows? I have an office. I put up this screen in my office that you see because my office is terribly messy and in disarray. And I've been talking about cleaning it now for the better part of 2020 and 2019. That has not happened yet, so therefore the screen is still in effect, and the blackness behind me represents the black hole of my productivity that seems to happen every time I set foot in this office. So I actually get more work done outside of the office. I really just come in here to do the Wrestling Inc. podcast with you all multiple times per week. And I apologize for missing Monday night. I don't know if Raj communicated this, but this is an exceptionally busy time of year for me and my business, and I actually worked. I worked Monday night instead of watching Raw and doing the podcast. But I'm here tonight because I said I'm going to be here Friday. I need to be with my people to talk about the SmackDown. I want Matt Morgan to come back and talk about this Bianca Belair promo because I really loved it. Now, of course, in anticlimactic fashion, I'll say, Matt, I've been waiting for you. Talk to this promo with people want to hear your thoughts. And I'm going to bet $5 American that Matt says it was good. It's good. It's a good promo. I'm guessing he says less than 10 words putting this promo over. I'm just making this prediction for when Matt is back on the show. Tuck Graff is asking me what I really think of Matt. Matt Morgan is one of my closest friends, and I say that because he's really one of my only friends and one of the only people that I talk to outside of business in this crazy world that we're living in. We've always gotten along very well on this podcast. I think the most highlighted thing is, we're very different. We're very opposite in many ways. As you can tell, Matt is more athletic than I am. We have different political views. Matt is, more of a family man, whereas again, I have the wife and 5 cats. He's a little more of a manly man. I'm a little less of him. He's more, just a little more of a jock, as it were. I'm a little more of a nerd. But that being said, I think we get along quite well, and I enjoy the chemistry that we have on this podcast. I enjoy being able to see him and hear his perspective and see things through his lens as we talk about things week in and week out on this show. Philip Salmon saying he's the alpha and I'm the beta. That's whatever. Which is actually funny because in my day-to-day life, I'm very much expected to be in control of things in business, and people look to me for the answers. So it's kind of nice sometimes just to be with a more dominant personality. Anyhow, if there's questions from the chat room, we will get to them. But first, I'm going to take a moment and shout out a little love to the sponsor of this episode. Christmas is almost here, folks. And if you're looking for the ultimate stocking stuffer this season, look no further because our sponsors at Manscaped have the tools to make you win this year's stocking stuffer or white elephant competition. Manscaped is the only brand dedicated to below-the-waist grooming and hygiene products. And great news, they have just released their products across Europe, Canada, and Australia. They are spreading the male grooming worldwide. And you've heard us talk about the ways that we've personally enjoyed their products. They've definitely taken care of our personal grooming game. Raj is he's shown you his hairy chest, shaved with Manscaped. I use this giving myself some COVID haircuts using my Manscaped this year. Use it to trim my beard. Use it all over, and not just men, women as well. Everyone enjoys these products. They're great. And let me tell you why they're great, because they've got the skin safe technology, the ceramic replaceable blade that makes it so easy to get your grooming on, not cut yourself, not nick yourself. You don't want to bleed in those sensitive areas. And they've got the crop preserver, which is the deodorant for downstairs, the reviver, the toner that just kind of refreshes things when you have that not so fresh feeling. They've got the crop cleanser body wash that you can also use full body and hair. They've got the wipes, which you can use for your below the waist grooming needs, or really anywhere you just want to feel fresher. And the foot duster foot deodorant designed to keep even the stankiest of feet smelling fresh. Plus the Shears 2.0, the luxury 4-piece nail kit. And of course, they have the Weed Whacker, which is the nose and ear hair trimmer, which provides proprietary skin safe technology to get rid of those nasty nose hairs. And let's not forget that best trimmer for well, anywhere you want to trim, the Lawnmower 3.0. It offers that replaceable ceramic blade with advanced skin-safe technology, which helps reduce grooming accidents. And of course, all Manscaped formulations are vegan, cruelty-free, dye-free, sulfate-free, and paraben-free, so you know that the products are legit. Get 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com with our code INC. Again, that's 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com with our code INC. And whether it's for yourself, your partner, your dad, your brother, your friend, give them something they'll actually use. Sure to get a laugh out of them. It won't be as awkward because you probably won't be seeing them in person for the holidays this year. And again, 20% off free shipping at manscaped.com with that code INC. And as Manscaped says, with Manscaped, you can be the ballsiest gift giver this year with Manscaped. We thank them for sponsoring the Wrestling Inc. podcast. And hey, you know the expression, sometimes you can't see the forest for the trees. So, you might want to reduce some of the forest if you want your tree to shine. Anyhow, on that note, happy holidays to and from Manscaped. And we appreciate them sponsoring the Wrestling Inc. podcast. And I'm just going to put this out there again for our audience. If you want to hear me have these awkward conversations on the reg, as it were, here on the Wrestling Inc. podcast, buy some Manscaped stuff, because the more you support our sponsors, the more they support this podcast. It's a cycle. You give them money, they give us money. We do more ads. It all works that way. I'm pulling back the curtain there. And please do support our sponsors. They are fantastic, and they're believers in the show. We're believers in what they do. So I'm just waiting to ask Matt about this promo. If the chat room has any questions, happy to take them. But on cue, like he was waiting for me to finish the Manscaped ad, Matt Morgan is back. Matt, give me a thumbs up if you're ready to come on the air. Thumbs down. He needs another minute, ladies and gentlemen. So Bianca Bel-Air. We're just stuck on this promo and Bianca and talking about it. It was so good tonight. So good. And with Bayley, I don't know. Bayley shouldn't have won that match. Just all of it, right? Bianca talking about Bayley being a role model, saying a role model is someone who you aspire to be. Bianca doesn't aspire to be Bayley. That's for sure. If I had to look at the two, I aspire to be Bianca. She has got sass in droves. Easily the most charm of any superstar on the rest of the WWE roster. Matt Morgan,
complaining about Bianca this whole time?
Matt Morgan, well, what did you think of that Bianca Bel-Air promo tonight?
Good.
I just won $5 from the chat room. I said, I'm putting this over and I'm waiting for Matt's opinion. And I bet you Matt's going to say, it was good. And that's
Did you think it wasn't? Her promos
are great.
She's yet to cut even an average promo.
I know. It's just sometimes your economy of words is like stunning to me, you know?
Glenn, did you graduate from an accredited university, magna cum laude?
I dropped out of high school at 16 and got my proficiency.
Well, this is the way society judges people and their education and their IQ level. So, according to society, could Jackson Morgan. Hey, I want to see if I listen. Jackson, turn it down. Good job, buddy. All right, sorry.
DJS Animation 100 wants our thoughts on comparing the Tribal Chief storyline versus the Monday Night Messiah storyline. It seems they have the same format.
Dude, you're out of your mind. Dude, this is Roman. You guys haven't gotten the memo yet. Roman's writing a lot of this. You even heard this?
Yeah.
This is a lot of, and you could tell it was because this is a Samoan legit, like what's the word I'm looking for? There you go. Your economy on words is coming into play right now. Seriously, it's what he's talking about within his Samoan heritage is a real living, breathing thing.
Yeah.
And he's turned it into a storyline. I honestly was concerned at first going, we get it in this house, me and my wife, my family, my in-laws, they'll all get it because it's very similar to that of the Hawaiian culture. But I was wondering if mainstream would pick it up. But because he's been so over the top with it as a jerk, everybody gets it and it's working. But this is nothing like the Monday Night Messiah. It's not even close.
Yes, I concur. So we had the Riot Squad versus Billie Kay and her surprise tag team partner, Tamina Snuka. I really like Tamina.
Everybody likes Tamina. Everyone feels bad for poor Tamina.
Yes.
No, I picked up very loud. This is what happens when we're not in my truck, folks.
Hey.
Jackson, say hi.
Hi.
Hey, Jackson. So let's see. Bigfoot Sneakerhead saying that Roman Reigns has been SmackDown savior. He's amazing. He reminds me of Ravishing Rick Rude, which was also an amazing heel.
Yes. Yes and no. Roman's not a guy who's bragging about his muscles and his body. And hey, all you Cincinnati sweat hogs, shut up while I take off my. He agrees. While I take off my robe, right? He was an egotistical.
Jackson's like your hype man. He's like Flavor Flav, just amping you up there.
Hey, that's his new thing. He's pulling out his own teeth because they're ready to come out.
Oh wow, I remember that age.
But yeah, they're not the same. I always agree with Big Sneakerhead. Jackson, this is no podcast.
This is killing Matt's street cred, by the way. Matt's now the biggest babyface family man in the world of professional wrestling. Thomas Stinson saying Bianca has it.
Big time.
Drop the ball with her.
They already have. She can still be a huge star for them.
Oh, I agree.
Good. But, like, what did we say? I said they're going to do 50-50. Well, it's not like I'm Nostradamus saying this, but they do 50-50 with everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody except Roman Reigns right now. And who else is protected like that? Sasha? Sasha did 50-50 forever, for years.
True. It's true.
And she's their biggest star right now, or second biggest at least, right? If not the first.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. Let's see. Jody Shauna Jenkins saying, whoa, Matt built a wall on his car to display his awards and certificate. What the heck is he driving? Very spacious.
I still think it's weird that you both share accounts. It means you guys don't trust each other. I'm calling you both out. How about that? Couples that share accounts.
I don't have a wall with my awards, but I did find this photo again the other night. Let's see if I can get this to stop rotating. Hold on. Let's see.
This thing behind me that says that I'm the mayor? Pfft, don't bother.
Found the photo. Oh.
Let me see.
Me, 16 years old, and Ice-T at a body count show.
Dude, body count. How good was body count?
Yeah. Oh, they were amazing. I interviewed him before the show for the local paper. Super nice guy, too.
I love body count.
Yeah, but I came across this the other night. I'm like, oh, my God, it looks so young.
Let me see it one more time.
Let's see if there we go.
And who is that?
That's me with Ice-T. Me at 16.
That's Ice-T?
Yeah.
It doesn't even look like Ice-T.
Yeah, I'll post it on my social.
That's a cool picture.
No, I've been using, actually, Matt, you would get a kick out of this. There's this app called Rimini that like uses AI to restore old photos.
Mm-hmm.
It's like crazy how it works. Like you could put like a blurry old photo in there and it will like turn it into high def. I saw this the other night and I've just been having a hell of a time with it, like feeding different things into it and seeing how well it does. But it's really impressive. I mean, because I've got a lot of old photos that just aren't great quality, even old digital pictures.
Dude, I have Sherman Helmsley. One of my favorite pictures ever.
Yeah.
Because he's one of my favorite characters ever. Same thing. It's like a physical picture, like a Kodak.
Yeah. Yeah. Send me a photo. Take a photo of it. I'll put
Billy
it through the app. Yeah.
Him too.
See? There you go.
Not me from Karate the Kid, but I got it when nobody like thought he was cool.
Yeah.
Like now he's retro cool right now, right? But this was
like huge. He's more over now than he was in the 80s.
Yeah.
Which is weird, right? I mean,
it's very weird.
Because he disappeared forever. Did you see him accepting the award at the MTV Greatest ceremony 2 weeks ago?
No.
Yeah, it's really good. Like he gave this a great acceptance speech.
Did he got an award? What did he get an award?
He got an award, I think, like greatest villain of all time.
Hell yes, he was. Yes.
Yeah.
I concur with that.
Yes. George saying, Glenn, you're too dope. Matt, you're too dope. Both too dope. Bone Thugs and Harmony are the greatest rap group ever.
Yes.
I worked out so bad when you guys mentioned them a few weeks ago.
Dude, yes. Yes.
I do enjoy some.
They're not the greatest of all time. Let's just be very clear. Biggie is my favorite of all time. But Bone Thugs and Harmony are incredibly original. Their style is completely different. Try memorizing those words or not.
I know.
Like kids today, you guys get to watch the lyrics on your phone. We didn't have that. We're looking at the back of cassette tapes, tiny little reading, you know?
Do you have now? I've been having this a lot, and I just need to bring this up because it's Friday. Why not? Where you hear songs now, and you've been listening to them for like 20 or 30 years, and you think you know the lyrics, but I'm going to Google the lyrics to see if I'm right, and then you're like, I was not right.
I just did that the other night on the way to the gym. I was listening to Stained.
Yeah.
Stained. One of like their biggest hits. I was like, I've been singing this wrong for like 15 years now.
It's terrible. And sometimes what I hear is better, or what I think it is better.
I think mine was better.
Although every time in Motley Crue's Looks That Kill, the line
looks to kill. They say it so quickly.
Well, they say the line, she's going to turn on the juice boy, and we always hear it as she's going to turn on a Jewish boy, and I think I'm a Jewish boy.
See, I always thought, even the hook in that song.
Yes.
I always thought before lyrics were printed on the back of the album, it was, she's got a kill. She's got the kill. Because you don't hear the looks. You don't hear like the small part of that.
I understand. It happens to the best of us. Back to the show tonight, because everyone's talking about the Riot Squad and the win they got over Billy Kay and Tamina. Man, just poor Billy, poor Tamina. I feel bad that Tamina got dragged into this thing with Billy. Like this whole resume thing, like having a character that your hook is supposed to be like your character's like super thirsty. I don't know. I mean, just.
Do you remember Dolph Ziggler's was okay? He wasn't handing out resumes, but he was doing his original. His second. He came in as the golf caddy, but after that, and even after the cheer squad gimmick he did. He was shaking hands with everybody. Hi, I'm Dolph Ziggler. And he kept shaking everybody's hands annoyingly. They were like ribbing him. Yeah. To be the annoying new guy that comes to every show and wants to get a dark match so bad. You have to shake hands with every single wrestler in that locker room. They're making like a play on that, which is hilarious because they're making a plan themselves because it's the stupid wrestling business is etiquette that invented that to begin with, not Dolph Ziggler. Yeah. But it's similar that way, where you're being shown as being inferior right off the bat, not secure about yourself right off the bat. That's stupid. Yeah.
No, I agree. I mean, sometimes it works. Like they were ribbing Sammy with all the Sammy-isms of like him being like nitpicky and did you ever notice and like him being annoying. But I think he got that over.
He totally got that over because he's talented. He's incredibly talented.
Yeah.
I do not like his hair. And I was like, you know what? Maybe that is good, though, because I like him too much as a heel. And I always cheer for him as a heel. That's not what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be booing him. I'm supposed to not like him. But how do I not like somebody who's so witty like he is? Yeah. But that hair is a good step in the direction. That hair has such heat with me.
No, I understand. What did you think of Carmella with her sommelier in the ring, setting up her champagne toast to Sasha Banks tonight?
Good. This was good. I mean, do you not believe her?
I do. Because of all the piped in audio, I did keep wondering how would this play with an actual audience. I don't know what would have been over.
It probably wouldn't have been, because we've seen so many incarnations of her. But I will say this: if she was doing a new character and she was a babyface, fans would be there for her because they would see through the crap. And when you do that, they see it's like her fifth new character they're trying out with her, or a sixth layer to her character, if you will. So fans love Carmella, generally speaking. They generally get behind her as a babyface.
Yeah.
As a heel, though, I don't think they're gonna boo her.
Yeah,
they were there tonight.
I mean, so of course this ended up with Sasha coming out in a brawl. I'm excited about the match at TLC. Pretty good. Smashed another champagne bottle over her tonight. I mean, Carmella's not winning, probably.
No.
Hope not.
No. Same thing with KO. She's there to be part of somebody else's story.
Yeah, it's worse for her, though, because she just got relaunched.
Yes, she should not be in this. Let's be very clear. She should be being built on the other side of the roster on SmackDown and just demolishing people. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see what else. We'll talk about Sammy's promo. So Kevin was backstage in the trainer's room getting checked out. Jay ran in and attacked him. I like them keeping this going tonight. I thought that was clever. But then match of the night, Otis versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
You're shitting me, right?
No, yes, I'm being sarcastic.
Oh. Yeah, that was terrible.
It was bad. It was bad.
Never thought I'd say that with anybody versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
And then Chad Gable, after being like, "Why didn't you do the worm, man?" After he won, this is just
so
the caterpillar part of me.
So again, go tell everybody who won this match.
Otis won against Shinsuke Nakamura.
That's where we're at, people. That's where we're at right now with WWE. This is so frustrating.
Antoine Fair, $2, saying Kevin had a killer promo on Talking Smack. I need to watch Talking Smack.
He always does.
He's great. I loved the old Talking Smack. I'm almost afraid to watch the new one because I'm afraid I'm not going to love it as much as the old one.
Yes.
That's the problem. So Sami Zayn backstage getting ready for the Sammy Awards. Big E also walked up dressed for the awards. We'll talk about this, but let's talk about the low point tonight. This was actually worse than Otis versus Shinsuke. What did you think of Drew McIntyre cutting a promo on the 2020 monster?
Say it again.
Drew McIntyre cutting that promo on the 2020 monster that they made, the little animated thing. Drew beating him up, and then they had the footage of the other superstars, they CGI'd it in.
Are you really asking me that seriously again?
It was the worst part of the night. It was the dumbest thing I've seen. I mean, points for trying.
So this is where babyfaces get a lot of it on them, and they become corny.
Yeah.
This is up there with suffering succotash. Suffering succotash.
No, my first thought was they wouldn't have asked Roman to do this, but they did have Roman footage in the video package, but it was clearly they just used an old match and CGI. They didn't have Roman cutting a promo on a CGI monster.
Right.
Yes. Bobby Burns, someone had asked what had happened to him. He's letting us know that the PS5 has been consuming his time, but he tries to tune in whenever he can. By the way, Matt Morgan, East 1999 was the first album I ever bought. Wow.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
I mean, and I am incredibly old.
I feel that more lately. I'm really feeling the age more lately.
Ah, dang. But I will say we had the best years, in my opinion, from 90. We always say this, but it's the truth. 97 through 99.
Yes. Well, I like that we got the 80s were such a time of wonder that I can't think of another decade I would have wanted to grow up in. Even the 90s, because in the 90s, it wasn't as new. Remember, our generation, hip hop was new. Computers and video games were new.
Yes.
When in the 90s they were there for your entire life, those things, I don't think you appreciated them as much.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
You're
we
right.
got to experience the revolution of culture, as it were. Sammy and the Sammy Awards tonight. Of course, Sammy Awards, and I love the video package that he cut, narrated by Corey Graves. It was all about Sammy. But then I love that he did a Superstar of the Year award, and somehow the winner of his own award was Big E, who came out and accepted his.
This is what I mean. I'm supposed to be hating Sammy. How can you hate him? He's the funniest. I think he's good.
This was like a Warner Brothers cartoon, the way they did this, like his frustration. Like, how did you win this award?
I thought that was really funny.
It was really funny. Yeah, I really, really liked it. Thought it was good. Brett Murphy, I'm sorry I missed your super chats. When Vince leaves, Jackson Morgan should take over. There you go. Be an improvement. Does Jackson watch wrestling, or does he just pay attention much when you have it on in the background?
Yes. I'm not just saying that as a dad who really hopes his kid watches wrestling either. He really does. And then we start getting into it. He starts feeding for body slams in the bed. Sort of.
Awesome. So Bailey responded to Bianca. This was okay. I don't know. Like,
say it again? Oh yeah.
Bailey's response, but you're not supposed to like love Bailey's response. I don't know.
No, we're supposed to not like her.
Yeah, but this match, right?
This match was good. This match was
really
very
good match.
And this makes me more excited to see the pay-per-view where they have more time. But when you say it like that, I'm like, oh, it's going to be pre-show. Do we know for sure it's pre-show?
No, I don't even know that it's happening. I'll look up the card right now. So let's see. The announced card for the show. No, it's not even officially announced, so maybe it's not happening. We have Drew versus AJ. We have The Fiend versus Randy. We have Nia and Shayna versus Asuka and a competitor to be determined. Roman versus KO. Sasha versus Carmella. And The New Day versus The Hurt Business.
Can I just say something right now? Potentially, on paper, all of those matches, once the bell rings, okay, I'm not doing characters or any of that other crap. I just mean in-ring action. These matches collect all of them except for the women's tag. And the only reason I'm saying that because they're going to blow it. They're not going to give Asuka a really cool tag partner. It's going to be, what's her name? Crawling to the ring with like two broken legs and a cast. And somehow get the tag, get the win.
Lana is in a full body cast and gets the win.
Seriously,
I'm sorry.
It's going to be like that. Yeah. In wrestling, when we book it, we call it the spirit of 76, meaning like you're dying on the whatever. Yeah. But it's besides that match, okay, unless I pick a different partner for it, Asuka. All of the work in these matches are going to be freaking awesome. I'm actually excited for it because they're good matchups. Now, when you add the characters into these matchups, the first three, look at my reaction to the ones you just said. I was like, holy shit, this is going to be really good. AJ Drew's going to be freaking off the chain good. Yeah. Okay. I think Randy and The Fiend is going to be very good. Sure. But then even like some of the other matches, just like, okay, New Day and the Hurt Business. That match is always good. Yeah. Hurt Business needs to win the damn tag titles, though. But even KO and Roman, that'll be a great match. They're all going to be very good matches.
I hope Bailey versus Bianca gets that
fit in. You know,
they could open the show. Although it could be such a good match, though. Like
if she wins, like I would open the show with that, as long as they have Bianca going over. That's the show off hot. That'd be a hot beginning having her win.
But if that doesn't happen, like I just don't want this to be 50-50 to next week. Like tonight, this was such a good match.
I'll be honest, I don't want them on the. I want to see the matchup. Don't get me wrong, with not unlimited time, but more time to their match on the pay-per-view shows. You get that, even the what do you call it, pre-shows you do, but less people watch that pre-show than watch SmackDown. So I'd almost rather, if they're not going to be on the real card, hold it off, let them get on SmackDown again. Hopefully they give them some more time, which they probably won't. But as long as Bianca gets that win back, she needs like 3 more wins to get that back. They let this happen.
She should beat Bailey Sunday. She should beat Billie Kay next Friday, and then just do a promo for the rest of her time. She should beat, go through the entire women's roster and build her up for something.
Why? Like, I don't get who came up with this and said, let's make sure she loses tonight. Like, I want to be in the room for this conversation.
Yeah. Although I could see if for some reason Sasha lost to Carmella, I could see Bianca beating Carmella if Sasha wants to take some time off or something like that. But this match was great tonight. Watch this. Ryan Ricotta, $4.99, saying he slept through the show, set his alarm just to make sure he'd be awake to watch us. Thanks for making the time for the pod during the holiday season. So speaking of which, Matt, you're confirmed for next Friday, Christmas Day Eve. We're doing this podcast.
Yes.
Okay. Raj assured me. I said, don't ask me to do this on Christmas, and I'm going to show up, and Matt's not here. I'm doing this, and Matt's doing it.
I'm doing it.
Okay, cool. It'll be fun. And we got Sunday night. We've got Monday night. Matt, you've been a podcasting machine lately. This past week, what'd you do? 4?
I would have. I missed Wednesday night. Believe it or not, it's my first show. I've missed God knows how long. But
wow. Next thing you know, you're going to be out on the golf course. Can't make time. Too busy. You know? Haven't even seen Raj in a while. You know? He's a busy man.
No, he's not.
Not. He's a man of leisure. That's his.
No, he's not. He's surfing the web as we speak. I promise you, folks.
So this last segment, where we had Reigns come out, his final TLC message to Kevin Owens at a mic in the ring. I mean, he's really putting it on Kevin, talking about what Kevin's kids think of him, what his kids are going to talk about, that this is even going to elevate his career, even though he's going to lose. Owens come out and interrupt him, even though he's in bad shape. He limps down the ramp with the steel chair, but then Jey Uso charges him. He gets double teamed. Owens holds his own a bit, but ultimately this ends with Owens being buried. What was it, underneath a table? Or no, it's chairs, pardon me, a pile of chairs before he went and getting shots. I mean, this is getting that heel heat more on Roman or Jey, but does Roman need more heat at this point?
It's different heat because the only heat he's had thus far is with his own family, his own cousin.
Yeah.
Right?
That's bigger heat, though.
It's much bigger heat. Absolutely, I agree with that.
Yeah.
But with the jerkiness heat, extra heat he's got in this is he's still making his cousin Jey do all this dicky stuff that Jey would never normally do.
Yeah.
And because of that, there's some, I don't know. To me, that's an extra layer of jerkiness.
It is. So before Kayla can ask Roman a question backstage, Owens gets up and he's out from under the weapons in the ring, takes the mic, says there's nothing Reigns can do or his family can do to keep him down. So, I mean, maybe that's part of it. Is they're just really, really, really positioning him as the ultimate babyface in all of this.
Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin.
Of course he is. What else would he do?
But that's what I'm saying with it is that it's interesting. I don't know. You could do the you're bad, but I'm badder angle. But I think that for Kevin, it's interesting, right? To have him be the family man babyface in this feud. Because I don't know that that's his strength. I mean, when you think about it, you want some of your strength.
You're right. It's normally not. It's normally being smarmy, smart ass, incredibly funny. I think it was hilarious. Very similar to Sammy and that kind of sense of humor.
They were so great together.
Oh, so good. Oh God, they're great. It's right. But it's different. It gets KO in the main event. I'm cool with that. I'm not a fan of usually seeing KO lose. I'm a fan of his, but again, the bigger picture is Roman. So I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be a busy week coming up. We've got TLC Sunday.
This is going to be a pay-per-view. Mark my words. This is going to be a sleeper pay-per-view.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be good. And we will be here Sunday night. Me, Matt, maybe Raj, maybe Justin. I think Monday, it's going to be me, you, and Alfred on Monday.
Huh?
I think Alfred's filling in Monday.
Good. That's the fans. That's going to be
I'm looking forward to it.
Me and to the other people on the show. But that's going to be a hell of a show. If we have
think that'll be fun.
you and this, that'll be good. It'll be fun.
Think we will. Matt, thank you for overcoming your technical difficulties tonight.
Sorry, fans too.
Okay. It's all good, man. Let's wrap it up. He's at BP Matt Morgan on the Twitter and the Instagram. I'm at Glenn Rubenstein, and we'll see you back here Sunday on the Wrestling Inc. podcast. Have a great night, everyone.